Hey, what's up? It's good afternoon to New York, good morning to Columbia. Start where? Let's start with Sean Diddy Combs being indicted for sex trafficking and a whole bunch of other shit, racketeering. And this guy's been getting away with this crap for a while. He's got an attitude about him. I don't know whether the attitude is what got him charged or if these crimes are for real. I don't follow the rap business or rap artists at all. I, you know, some of the songs are okay, some of the music's okay, but for the most part, it's not one of my favorites. Today I posted my 3 for 3 post. I did John Lee Hooker. John Lee Hooker is one of my favorite artists. The blues is my favorite kind of music. It's just, you got all kinds of blues. You got Stevie Ray Vaughan, Texas blues. You got Chicago blues. You got Southern blues, the Allman Brothers. You got them all, from everywhere. It's a great type of music, So that's where that goes. I'm deep into that. And if you want to check me out, you go over to YouTube, and you can, or Facebook, or Tumblr, or Blogger, and look up my 3 for 3 albums. There's more stuff there, especially on YouTube. This goes on YouTube, but I also have a 3 for 3, or don't I? No, I don't. I don't have 3 for 3. I have them on Facebook, Blogger, and what do you call it? Tumblr. They don't want it on YouTube for some reason, which is okay with me. I mean, it's just that's a fun thing for me to do. It started out as an album of the day thing a few years ago on Facebook, and as I got more equipment and got more interested in doing some other things, and as I like to listen to music, so it's okay. We just went through about a year or so of pretty much classic rock, and that worked out pretty good. It was pretty hard to do, not repeating myself all the time. I started to repeat myself just the other day, and I just said, well, maybe let's try some other music. Blues has been on for a while, so I'll be repeating some artists and whatnot. I don't care. Blues is my favorite type of music, so I should play what I like, right? Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Trump is broke, cash-wise anyhow, so he's starting this crypto business for families. He's going to be ripping people off. I guess his super PAC is running out of money because he has to keep some money in there to pay his legal bills. If and when he ever pays them. He is notorious for not paying bills. He's notorious for when he goes bankrupt of letting little people just go down the tubes with him, and the big ones walk away free, just like he did. So, and listen, bankruptcy can be a good thing. I've used it a couple of times, but I don't go around bragging about it. Or saying that I'm the most successful businessman in the world, and that I've started so many companies and whatnot, and I'm so successful. And he's basically full of shit. He's tied up in mortgages for everything. I mean, I didn't realize it. I think the last count was 3 mortgages on the hotel in New York City. I'll have to find out how many mortgages are on the one in D.C. Because that's the one that he always funnels business over to, from the visiting guests and whatnot. He gets them to stay there. They overcharge him, and then then he doesn't pay their bills anyhow. But they take up space. If you rent you give a hotel room to the president of France, you got about a whole floor security people. Sometimes they take the floor above and below too, as well. You know, there's a lot of money involved there. The truth is that they don't usually pay their bills. The U.S. government usually takes care of it. In this case, they're not taking care of it because Trump signed personal notes for it. So that's people not getting paid. But you know, deal with it. You know, if it's he does what we all wish we could do, walk out. You know. Excuse me. Rough night. And I've been up early. I had to go to the doctor this morning. I had the doctor about 7 o'clock this morning. That's just a blood test, you know. So I went looking for some stories to talk about, and just the one I found was the Aluma Laura story, where they say they have video of her telling somebody that he's not as important as Trump, and Trump is the most important person in the world, yada yada yada. And she's been, you know, whatever, you know. I don't know if they're doing it together or not. I would tend to doubt it. I think she would be repulsed by that, but I don't know about that. I mean, Stormy Daniels had sex with him, and she's a. I thought she was a pretty good-looking lady, so I don't understand that. But you know, because he's powerful, he's got money. And Laura Loomer is cuddling up to what could be the most powerful man in the world, you know, which is scary, very scary. And his shadow, J.D. Vance, is becoming just as scary, if not scarier. I feel for the people of Florida. Actually, I don't. You know, that's their own fault. You know, they got what they voted for. They knew what they were getting, and they kind of sort of like it. You know, they love Trump down there. You know, see how much they love him when he's got no money left, and that Mar-a-Lago country club turns into a desert island because he'll walk away from it. Especially if he loses the election. He probably will walk away from everything. He'll probably leave the United States. I don't know where he can go because I know Russia doesn't want him. Because Russia has an extradition treaty of sorts. So I don't think they want him there. That would be a hilarious court case, you know. But getting back to Laura Loomer, it's amazing how women of questionable morality seem to flock around him, and his wife doesn't get upset. So there, you know, there's something there. There's some sort of deal made there that he gets. It's like an open marriage. He can do whatever he wants, you know, because he thinks he can. Even though he says, you know, he said that once before. He says, if you got money, they'll let you do anything. You know, you could grab him by the pussy. You could do anything you want. And that's pretty much the way he believes. You know, he's a misogynist. He's just a prick. You know, he's not a nice guy. I don't care how you cut it. He's not a nice guy, you know. Let's see. What's going on in football? Football, you had some more injuries. McCaffrey from the 49ers is going on IR. You had some upsets. Dallas, you know. Now, see, with Dallas, I've always thought, I don't know whether it's the coaching or what have you. You can't blame the coaching because he's done it to more than one coach. But I think Dak Prescott or the team has something wrong with them. Either they're betting against themselves to make money, or there's some questionable psychological thing going on there where they just don't they can't win the big game. And they might, you know, turn around and win it this year, but who knows, you know. And the Ravens are like that. The Ravens quarterback is like that to me too. I don't think he has it in him to win the big games. He chokes. He can't handle the pressure. This year he won't have to worry about it the way things are going. Let's see, the New York Giants coach should start reading the want ads, I think. So should the GM. They put that shit show together, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better soon. Some teams are. I just looked at the Panthers. Just benched Bryce Young, the #1 pick, overall pick from last year. He's got problems because I think they put him in too soon because they didn't have an offensive line that could protect him, and he's not used to playing that way. He's used to being able to do whatever he wants to in the backfield, and he can't do it in the pros. So he's having some psychological problems there as well, you know. That's a funny thing to see, you know, in sports. You get these guys that are being paid millions of dollars to do something that they could do with ease in the college ranks, and they get to the pros and they can't do it. Well, first of all, you have better coaching staffs. You have more of them, and they don't like attitude. You know, your own team will not support you if you have bad attitude. You know. What is this? Oh. But I don't understand. I understand. I've always said I've watched the Giants play for years. And when Parcells was there, they would throw a couple of wrinkles into the game plan every once in a while to keep teams honest. Nowadays, they don't even try. Run, pass, punt. That's their philosophy, you know. They don't have the talent to do anything else, and that's a shame. They got some good people on the team. They've always had an outstanding player or two on that team, and it's just the rest of the team is shit. You know, I don't know what their financial situation is or anything. I know they're sold out for years. You know, and that's the only way I ever got to games was buying other people's tickets. You know, couldn't afford it. Way too much money to watch a football game. I love football, but I don't feel like going into debt to watch football, you know. And I don't like betting it anymore because I don't think the game is honest anymore. So betting it is like you have to be able to outthink the bookies, which is a little difficult. You know, they don't exactly go broke on a regular basis. So we're real close to the election now. I guess you know, 5 or 6 weeks away, and I really don't know what's going to happen. All I can do is sit back and watch and pray and hope, you know. It's the violence that I don't want to see, you know. Really, because Trump's not worth it. Trump's not worth dying for, you know. And I think that's a problem we might have, you know. He says a civil war. I can't see people getting up and getting ready to die for J.D. Vance or Donald Trump. I can see them, and I don't think they're willing to die for their fascist beliefs either, because people like that they don't die for the beliefs. You know, they don't. They kind of fade into the background and try to pull strings and whatnot and get little successes politically or whatever as they move along. You know. I don't know how the Republican Party will survive this, you know, because you can't have a leader who's a complete freak of, you know, just out of his mind, you know. It'd be interesting to see what happens if he loses the election, what his wife does, because he's gonna disappear. She's got to understand something. There's no money to be had, okay? It's all tied up. It's all going to get claimed by mortgages and everything else. So, you know, you could see him filing personal bankruptcy after he loses the election. You can see a lot of things happening. I don't want to wish him evil because that always comes back to haunt you when you do something like that. Okay, we got Tuesday. See what happens tonight. We'll be talking tomorrow. Everybody hang in there.